That shouldn't be no problem with this one. I don't even care what's going on at this point. We live, fellas. I don't even. It is what it is. This for posterity. What up, gang? Gang, 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 gang. This is the last time we going on tonight. If this don't work,
see you next week.
Coming out.
God bless you. Good night. Let me know on y'all phone if y'all can see.
We gotta go to your page.
Yo, we gonna talk about whatever tonight. Hip hop is in the building, man.
You gotta go to your page.
Yeah. Let me know if y'all in the building,
go
man.
Get that link and send it.
If y'all still rocking with us, man, y'all troopers, bro. Because I would have left our ass.
The video shut down. Is it back up? I think so.
No, it's back up.
It should be back up.
It should be back up right now.
There it is. Boom. Look at that. There it is. Let's go, bro.
Send us
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let's go, bro.
Send us
Enough is enough. All right. Boom. So what I'm gonna do?
Send me a link.
I'm looking for it.
Oh, y'all can't find it?
Oh, here. Is this it right here?
It's right on my page.
Yep, here we go. Got it. All right, I'm gonna share it out. Share it out. Here's a link. Boom.
It's right on my page.
Share.
All right, let me turn this down.
Just talk, Charles.
Sure.
Yo, so listen, man. We talked enough about Dave
Got it?
Chappelle, man.
No,
Everybody know what
tweets
happened that
right
night. At this point, dude is a rapper trying to get busy, and that's it, man. You know what I want to talk? I want to talk about some real hip hop news. Y'all ready to talk?
Yeah, let's go. What's the news you got?
Well, there's a few things that happened in hip hop this week. One of them was, now I don't know how deep y'all want to get into this, but we ain't got to get into it at all if it's whack. But
You see what the dude said? He just smack someone to get the views up.
smack someone to get the views.
Bow,
up.
bow. On some Three Stooges shit.
Pusha T got his first #1 album in his whole career.
That ain't getting the views up. That's gonna make me mad.
Did y'all see that Pusha T got his first #1 album?
I've seen it.
What y'all think of that?
I didn't hear the album yet, but congratulations.
Yeah, man. Like, think about a
He
guy.
didn't
that's
have no
been-
competition though. That's why.
Come on, bro. It's 20 albums come out every week.
Doesn't matter. He ain't have who came out with him.
That's
Thank
the
you.
point. It's a lot of trash coming out, but end of the day, Pusha T got his #1 album. Let's celebrate that.
No, I celebrate everything. Go ahead.
Pusha T got his first #1 album. Salute to the real hip hop heads that rock with that. All right. So I want to know. Yep, Shiesty L. You like that joint? You like the Pusha joint? I thought that was one of his best works. I don't think y'all really listen to Pusha like that, did you?
I listen to anything, but I just haven't listened to that
You
album.
haven't got a chance to hear it?
Be honest, like I'm in my self mode so much right now that until I finish mine, I can't.
I know that's how I feel right now.
You know what I mean? So, but nah, I've always liked Pusha. I opened up for the Clips like some years ago. You know what I mean? Cool peoples.
What y'all think about Kendrick dropping a double CD?
Really?
Love it.
Kendrick dropping, they saying is May 15th. I believe they said.
A double?
And it's I think it's called Mr. Morale in the Hot Steppers. I could be wrong. But Kendrick is dropping. He put a video, he put a picture up with 2 CDs in his hand. Like it said master copy.
Yep.
Like it was burnt from the studio. And it was 2 CDs. And one said Mr. Morale and the other one said The Hot Steppers, right? And I believe that's the title. And the internet's going nuts that it's going to be a double CD. Some people guessing that second CD not going to be his music. It's going to be artists from his label because he's making his own label. That's why he's leaving TDE.
That's kind of smart. If he does do that.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's
That's
going to do
a
that.
game changer.
A lot of people thought a lot of stuff. Nobody knows. But see, it's right here. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I say Hot Steppers. Those 2 CDs in his hand and the book. So people assuming that's going to be a double CD. You want to listen?
I love Kendrick. I listen to
will.
Kendrick's albums.
Kendrick going to change I've been waiting for it. What, it's been 5 years? Yeah, they said 10 days it's coming out. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that Kendrick album coming out. They're predicting 500,000. I don't know why they be predicting these. I don't know how they be predicting these numbers because they be off sometime. But when they get closer to the thing, yeah, it be a little bit
Who
closer.
we got on it?
Huh?
G like Jeans said who we got on the
Nah,
album.
Kendrick might do something.
They don't have no They don't have no track list, no features, nothing. It ain't. This is one of the few joints that ain't never leaked yet. So that joint looking, yo, I'm ready, bro. I'm really, really ready. I'm serious.
Shiesty said, just so you remember his verse of the year. Might be the best album out, G like Gene said.
Okay. So yeah, man, I don't know. But I feel like I want to ask y'all a real good question. I'm gonna see what the crowd got to say about this. Are we in one of the best times of hip hop
Right now?
right now?
To some people,
Think
yeah.
about it. Think it through. Are we in the best time
no.
of hip hop?
No.
And one of them,
No.
And I need you to I need you to
said
explain
one
why.
Of them,
You
hold
said
on.
one of them.
One of them.
I didn't
or
say
the
deep, but
best?
one of the best
one
times
of
of hip
them.
hop.
Like,
Yeah,
I have been
yeah.
I have been told by a lot of people that we're going through a second renaissance. So I would say yeah.
Now, what would you like? Would you mind explaining that? Why we're in a second renaissance?
Well, the first renaissance we feel is when we was a certain age. We was young like that.
Early 90s?
That early 90s, yeah. We feel that was not just early
G
90s,
like said it
88
right.
like 88 to 94. People feel was like that renaissance.
96,
that first
dude.
one.
You crazy.
Shiesty said, "Hell no."
96
Shiesty, you
was
can't
a
really
great
say that
year.
because you putting out some of the best music of your life yourself right now, and you get to put it out independently, and you get to be who you want to be. You don't gotta listen to no A&R.
He's saying in the underground, yes.
Yeah, but that's including everything.
Saying that's G like said the same thing, but no. Here's the thing though. I get what Charles is saying. Like, see, when I was gonna say no, I was thinking about the variety of music that came out in the '90s. Like I kept always saying, like if you ain't like the Biggies, you had the Boot Camps, you had West Coast was on fire. Like they had different groups, MCA, DJ Quick, who else? Dog Pound, all of them, Death Row, basically. So I'm saying, in a sense, you know why I'm gonna say yes? This might really, Charles. This might be number 2, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's so many different variety of music that's coming out right now. Like you got the drill music. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't like it,
Courtney, what's up?
they got their sector. You got the independent. And you got independent from every state. Like before you had your independent in the underground, but you got independent underground from every state now. Like there's people that you could go on YouTube and look like shoot, who these dudes are.
Every day I see a new video.
And people are going to the studio and getting their quality. So that's another thing. Well, go ahead.
Yes, but people making quality in their house too.
That's what I'm saying. It's quality, better quality now of these days. So people ain't just putting out garbage.
Right. I'm going to tell you why I feel like we're in the best. And you know what? I'm even going to go a step further. I'm going to say something sound crazy. We are in the best era of music, of hip hop music. I'm going to tell you why.
I'm going to
because
agree.
not even the quality, it's not even about that. It's about anybody. What up, Mos? Mos, we talking about hip hop, the quality of the era that we're in. I feel like right now, if you wanted to start being a rapper right now, an artist of any caliber right now, you can do that with a minimal amount of money.
Definitely.
You know how much studio time we used to have to use back in the day? Like
Reel to reels.
just off of
That's,
just off bringing in you're right, DATs. You had to have DATs and all kind of expensive ass equipment, all this stuff. You first of all, you didn't have no chance of recording in your own home back then. You may have got a small 8-track recorder, and you may have got a cheap mic, which you only could use for pre-production. Now, dude can sit. He can put together a nice size studio in his house for $500 or less.
Dude, you don't even need a studio. All you need is a tablet.
You need a nice computer with some speed that can manage the software. You need to get a nice like Pro Tools or something, and you need quality stuff, but it don't gotta be studio like $10,000 pieces of equipment. You don't need a gigantic $20,000, $50,000 mix board.
He said this might be the problem. Microphones should cost $50,000.
Nah, Mo. See, me and Mo's from the same cloth, right? That's old school thinking. That's thinking like you got to put a whole album out. You gotta you gotta have a single to lead with the album. All that's old school stuff. They not doing stuff like we used to do most. Now they put these guys right now. They putting out one song, and running up streams on each song.
It's like, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, it's not about whole albums no more. These kids, we really had to train them again in the last 3 years to start listening to albums again. For a minute, they was making 2-minute songs and throw that out, and kids would run that over and repeat, and they'd get this all the streams from that they getting from an album. So they didn't need to put the album. Why you think Lil Uzi Vert was all upset that his label wasn't letting him put out nothing? He had XOXO Life. That song was the biggest song in the world. They're like, we're not going to mess with that song. Let that song breathe. He wanted to put out more music. Sightseer said that's the problem. Rap is oversaturated. All forms of music is oversaturated.
THORN.
But what I'm saying is that causes
Oh, you're right.
creativity. That causes you to have to figure out how to be better, right? Cream gonna rise to the top. First of all, yes, it's oversaturated, but that's gonna make the Giants clash, right? You saw Future just drop. Future ain't had no problem. Future did 200,000. I would have never thought Future was gonna do 200,000.
You crazy. Future got a following, dude.
But what I'm saying is, it's oversaturated though. The day before he dropped, 100 people dropped. The day after he dropped, 100 people dropped. 2,000 people dropping every day. Dog, it's mad. It's crazy right now. But he somehow still maintains.
The thing is,
Future fan base is
when
winning.
you talk about any artist, especially on a Future level caliber, this is where I think we kind of miss something. There's certain artists that are just going to do their numbers, period. Like, for instance, when we was young, let's say I'll bring up Buckshot. Buckshot wasn't the artist who was going to go platinum.
No. Not
But
even close.
but the people who loved him are always going to support him.
Correct.
And,
Duck Down still get support to this
but
day.
you know what I mean? It's just certain artists. If you have a fan, take the Talib Kweli and people like that. People like that have a fan base that follows them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna see what he wants to do. In Future, definitely, has a big enough fan base that like, and we are also living in a time of music to where you can just search out what you want. So that's why I thought real carefully.
And it's easy to get to because of your phone.
Yeah, I thought real carefully about the question you just asked, and leading off, is this a renaissance? And then you said we might be living in the best time of music because everything is accessible, but it also, you got to realize it comes with knowledge. There are thousands of artists out there that I learn about every day hearing with people. Oh, they put me on to somebody I didn't know about. There's so many artists out there. I mean, with huge followings too. That's the thing about the internet. You can get a huge following and get paper without even being mainstream. You know what I mean? If you catch that buzz, that underground buzz, you're good. So
Y'all gonna know the name.
so we might. It is a good time we're living in with music because you can. But it's a beautiful thing too. You got all these artists we don't know about. So sometimes I'll watch what I say because it's incendiary to all those thousands of artists who are doing it way bigger than me also. So I can't, say, hey, this music trash. Because I've been hearing artists that are freaking crazy, but they're not getting the love because you might not know me. You might not know. You might know. I didn't know. But guess what? These people didn't know. But so sometimes it comes with studying. Something came up on your phone, bro. I don't know but sometimes it comes with knowledge, and you got to be careful what you say, And another thing, things are just going to change. You can't. You have to be careful when you're a elder statesman or a younger statesman talking about something that isn't yours anymore. If you get what I'm saying. So that's why it's. Do I agree? We might be living in the best time of music for somebody. You know what I mean? Maybe not for you, but everything is accessible. Even if I want to listen to LL Cool J's Rock the Bells, go old school like that. If I want to listen to, I want to the Kwame right now, I can get it. If I mean right now, I don't have to go buy the album. I don't even have to pay for it. I can get it right now, and that's studying, that's digging. So before you say, the music ain't blah blah blah, you might not be looking. You might not be willing to study.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that, and I want to read some of the comments.
I want the Kid and Play album. Let me go get that.
Shiesty
On
L
YouTube.
said, rap is oversaturated. G
is.
like
It is.
Dean said, short attention spans. You got
It is.
with one at a time.
All true.
And Shicey said, bro, how many albums is real quality? I'm gonna
That's
address
true,
that.
too.
I'm gonna address that.
But what's quality though?
And then he also said, dudes dropping every 3 months, but the albums are fluff. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dante, which is most, he said, well, the problem for me is older artists have bought into the narrative that they're too old to be rapping, and I want to have that conversation. G like Gene said, after Jadakiss versus the '90s, could redrop and kill it. Shicey said, attention is the new currency, and that's the problem. And then Mo said, would you rather sell 500,000 records a year for 10 years, or 5 million in 1 year?
That's a bogus question, honestly.
No, I can see what he.
No,
means by
I
that.
can get it, but here's the thing, because we all okay. Fliz, I'm gonna piggyback off what Fliz said, and probably leap into where you going. Evolution, man. That's I'm gonna always use that word. Evolution, proper prospect. If you go back to the '80s with the LL Cool J's, the Fat Boys, the Beastie Boys, and all them, everybody was not trying to be a rapper. People was listeners.
Yeah. I mean, everybody couldn't do it, but yeah.
That's my point. Everybody couldn't do it, and what it was is most people didn't know what rap was, so most people didn't care. And most people just wanted to be a listener. They wanted to do something else in life. See, if you look at the time right now, most people are using rap as a way to get out of this situation that they're in. So their intention on why they there is really not.
Shout out to
The right
Anthony
intent.
Shepard. He says music has no time limit. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, my podcast.
No, I would agree with that too. But again, see, it's all your intent. Remember when I said before, like when you was at last week, we asked the question, when is the best time to retire? And I said if it interferes with your way of living or your health. But if you have the finances to do it, who you going to tell a person that can rap or could pay? They got more money than you to pay their album. How you going to tell them you can't rap?
Now, but that's another topic that most just brought up, that the older artists are buying into the argument that you too old to be rapping. Where does that artist fit in that's feeling like his voice is being muted because all these young kids are...
It's not being muted, because here's the thing. Again, we're heard, and we're not even on that mass platform. This
Okay.
this man got how many albums, and he got his own fan base, an independent fan base. Like he could get shows, whatever. He got a following, so his voice ain't muted. And you want to hear
So,
something?
but he doesn't feel muted. But there are a lot of guys... I've seen hang up mics at 30 years old. Hang the mic up.
But see, it's about what you trying to accomplish. Like again, if you could put like Busta Rhymes, people would still come out to see him perform. People would still come out to see KRS-One perform. It's about one, your following, and how people feel about your following.
It's the jump in, and I wanna that helps me address the hypocrisy of hip hop and hip hop first. Like the campaign for the last 15 years I've been against, and I dropped a song called YOYO that's still on the internet, and it's about how you can listen to it. I don't want to sing it, but and one thing hip hoppers always try to get you with, especially motives, is we do this for the love, for the culture, which is true. But as soon as shit don't go your way, oh, we can't do this no more. Like, no, so where was all that love for the culture? Why are you hanging it up? You know what I mean?
Right. See?
So it's like, if getting old is a thing to you, you shouldn't be rapping no more. You never did it for the love and for the culture.
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right. So that's why I've been against that for the last 15 years. I've been here. Like, don't feed me that, oh, you should do this show
Well,
for free.
15
You
years,
should do
you
this
was
show
young,
for free
though.
for the culture. I'm not doing that show free for the culture. F that.
15 years
You
ago,
know?
you was young, though.
No, but regardless, I still hated that. How long if you go back on YouTube, Just In Case produced the beat, it's a song that I addressed that. Why do I gotta get in this fight for survival? Why, oh, do I gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's always that type of mentality I've hated.
Well,
and
I
I've
wanna-
never
I agree
stuck
with you.
with that.
I
If you're
agree
gonna be,
with you.
it's for the culture and everything, don't talk to me about age then.
I want to
You know
agree
what I
with you, but I do have to be honest and a realistic person.
Yep.
I'm just want to read what Most said. He said Black Star just did an album after 25 years and they can tour on it. I agree with them. Most, I got a real issue with that Black Star release that they only put it on that one platform, but we can talk about that in a minute. But they did just drop. Nobody's talking about it because they put it on one platform. You are literally the second person that told me that mentioned that Black Star album. You know, Black Star, Most Def and Talib. They dropped. I thought it was coming out. I thought it was coming out in a couple weeks.
But hold up though, why did they just see again?
Well, ask your question. I'll tell you why.
They just put it on that platform for a reason.
Because they don't want to conform to streaming services that don't pay that much money.
But
so they put it on there.
You're answering my question twice because I told you if you have a fair, it's like Bandcamp, right?
But I don't think they did it right. I think.
Well,
I think you go ahead.
I'm going to agree with you saying they might not did it right in your perspective. But in their perspective, they feel they probably did. Because, again, it's like Bandcamp. When you throw your music on Bandcamp, like I got my music on every streaming platform. They got control over the numbers. I don't have no control. Even if I look at the numbers, the numbers could be fraudulent. I could sit up there and say, hey, I got this many streams. How much money I get off of that? But with Bandcamp, I directly get the finances.
Right.
Directly.
And that's a lot of artists go to Bandcamp and they put their music on Bandcamp. Now, what I know is, though, it's hard to get people to go over there. It's hard to get people to put money on Bandcamp and pay for stuff.
Here's the thing. Okay, like right now, you know what I be doing, and a lot of people I have conversations with. I don't have to have this conversation with Fliz, but if I did have a conversation with him, he would agree. DistroKid gave everybody the ability to rap. Because everybody got a distribution now.
And that's why, and it's not just DistroKid. It's probably 25, 30 services. So if you could get it on any of them, DistroKid is one of the most popular ones. But there's 25 other services. Reverb. They got you got a bunch of them.
So now here's what I'm saying. They don't care who they putting out. Cause they say you gonna promote yourself.
Yeah.
You already gave me my money. So I don't care what you do. I ain't gotta worry about your finances or what I'm paying you because I already got your money. So now it's on you and what you could do. Like again, I always like to use myself because again, my mic was down because we was having a conversation earlier. My mic was down. Most people don't even know I'm rapping again. But my voice is heard because of what? Somebody that's still in the game. Like, put it this way. He's so relevant that he still got my mic hot. Where I could come on. Like, again, a show I have coming up right now came off his show. If he didn't have that show and he didn't put me on it, I wouldn't have got booked for this show I'm doing Sunday. You see what I mean? So, again, it's all about how people feel about you. How people like you. The people that book me, they don't know. What happened? What did he say?
He said pause. Something you said, he said pause. I don't know what.
Yo,
no.
Shiesty the king of pausing some shit. He's like, pause, don't say that. That means you said something fairly.
I think you said I piggybacked.
Oh, that's that New York. Shut up with that. Yo, I hate.
Shiesty will pause the hell out of your whole conversation.
So,
go ahead.
My whole thing is, they didn't know my age.
Right.
Do you know what Dude said he booked me because he said, the bars that I said is something he likes to hear. It's something he would say. Mm-hmm. That's what he booked me on.
Right.
What? Not even the Spinners.
Okay.
Spinners. The song Spin It. That's another conversation. But that's what I'm saying.
So Mo says which he better off doing because labels work the opposite. You do all the work and then they want to sign. That's fact. But that's been like that for about 20-something years.
We all know that, but again, so right now what's going on right now? Now here's the thing. So we want to diss a young boy? If a young boy could bring 50 people to an arena, you think somebody's turning it down? They don't care about.
You know what? I want to say something because we were talking about Bandcamp. I want to get back to that, but I also want to address. I think Fliz had brought it up about knocking the younger generation versus us being older. Like we can't knock them or we gotta whatever with them. And we always had this conversation almost every week. We get into almost every week. It's a running conversation about my feelings of how much I am going to allow young people to dictate hip hop, right? And Fliz is always saying that you got to listen to them, you got to give them a voice, and and you have to respect what they want and their wishes and whatever, like whatever. And we always have a middle ground. Like we always have we stand on both sides of it, and I look at it like, with that conversation, this is where things go because, first of all, it's not that I don't respect what young people have to say and do. I respect it when they do it the way I like it. I respect like if but why would I like music I don't like? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not so in Flair's world. I'm supposed to like everything they like, everything they do, everything they say. I'm supposed to say, oh, you know what, Jimmy, that's good. Like no, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
I have to defend myself on that one.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds. So every time we have this conversation, it's like Flair's be like, no, but you gotta respect them. Da da da. You can respect it. No, but you can respect them, but I don't gotta hold their hand and say what they doing is great, and I don't got to try to change what I'm doing, and that's where we be kind of clashing because I'm not changing up anything to fit into their bubble. Their bubble is not all hip hop. They're one piece of a bubble, and I really don't think their piece is that big because they jump off stuff so fast that as soon as it like you can't even name the hot rappers because by next year they not hot no more when it's to the young kids.
I agree with that one.
They don't stick with nothing, so you can't say. Well, this is their lane. Their lane changes every. You know what I'm saying? The old people stuff be consistent. You know what we like. You know what sound good. You know what we want to hear, and that's what we keep it at. So when we can't like.
But hold up, I want him to finish. So, but remember, proper perspective. See, again, are you out doing hookah?
I do hookah.
The world isn't ours.
On a consistent basis, like they are.
No.
So what I mean by that, whatever's fresh, is not ours anymore, and that's. I know like I've got to the age where the world isn't channeled to me. You know what I mean? And there was a paradigm shift in the world.
And now you're talking about why old rappers get out.
No, but I'm saying we still have our lane. So hear me out.
Go ahead.
We still have our lane. You know what I mean? Like Busta's old. He's one of my favorite rappers. He has a lane. Method Man still does his numbers. He has his lane. But just like I'll tell a young person, don't tell me, oh, these old can't rap, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm told that by young people. And I'm defending old people to young people, too, as well, on the opposite end, where they're like, oh, man. But I think, like, young people tell me they think old school rap sounds super easy because not now it's become about techniques. Technical, like you know, how the way they're rapping with that. Which to them might sound like it's harder to do. You know, so if you go back and listen to somebody in there, A, B, C, the E, F, G, and H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and you know, they're like, to y'all, that's dope. And I'll have to defend, like, no, don't just listen to that song because it was, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
and some of that stuff is garbage.
No, and you know what? And I'm a big person who will tell you, not everything old school is hot. So I'll have that conversation with young people. I'm like, old people, we do romanticize. We romanticize a lot about the past because that's what old people do. Before when we was young, old people romanticized about their old shit. It's nostalgic. But there was some whack shit too then. Like, let's just be real.
I think you deal with a lot of kids, so you have to put in that time to understand them. And
yes. So it puts me in the middle ground.
I don't. And I'm going to be honest.
That's what I'm trying to set a balance here.
Yeah, I don't need to. Like, I learned mad years ago. Like, even with my nieces and nephews and stuff like that, they don't want to hear what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it looks sad when I see older people trying to change the minds of kids or argue with them or that. I'm looking at them like, that kid don't care what you're talking about.
But right? You do reach some. Because I reach... You
reach some, but like this but you reach the ones that want to be reached. And you can see from the beginning if they want to be reached or not.
They're the kid who... Actually, there's a few kids now that I've got them into, like, all they want to do is drill because that's all they know. Until let me introduce you to something that's dope and you can still be current. And these kids now are like, all right, I want to do... I learned I have to show them, too. Because lip service, young people don't want to hear just lip service. So right. I've been blessed with the opportunity to also spit for them, in front of them, with them. They see me on social media now. Oh, he's not just some old cat talking to me. He does this. Mm-hmm. So it kind of switched them up. So a lot of them, like, I don't have to do drill. You know, I can do this, that, third. And I find proud moments in that. You know, I got real proud in that.
No question. So I want to tell you a story why about that. I have a friend. I'll tell y'all off camera who the friend is.
Yeah.
But nice. He's nice.
Young cat.
Old cat. He's in his
Oh, old
30s.
cat,
In
alright.
his 30s. He had left the game for a little while.
I
Came
was
back.
born 30. I mean, old. But go ahead.
He's just 35. But like 30. At the time this happened, he was 33. So he had got back in the game. He was getting all these accolades here in this state. Everybody was like, yo, this dude is nice, da-da-da. Works with kids. These kids are in the rap, da-da-da. So he ended up telling them he raps or whatever, played the music for him, da-da-da. They were like, oh, okay. He leaves the room. They start clowning. This old mother, like, da-da-da. Start clowning him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And he heard it and got hurt. Right, he heard. They like, damn, like it brought him down. Like,
He
right,
should
you know
have
what I'm
came
saying?
back stronger.
See, my kids will clown me to my face. That's what I love about them.
Right, but either whatever the case may
That should have brought him
be,
back stronger.
whatever the case may be, he put himself out there for these kids and whatever. And some of them probably was like really like, oh, we like it or whatever. But for you to, most of us saying that this is good. These kids heard it and was like, what this old man, like, you know what I'm saying? To them, they was never going to ever accept it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they not even plugged in enough to even know what's
Hold-
good.
You know what though? I'm gonna disagree
Go
with
ahead.
that. I'm gonna tell you why.
What are you going to disagree with? I'm telling you a factual story.
No. I'm talking about the story's true, but I'm gonna disagree that you said the youngin won't listen to you. Okay, I went to a radio station the other day, and Sandy's she was there. I mean, she wasn't there, but she got to listen. I got put on the spot. I told you. Didn't I tell you this? I got put on the spot by the what do you call a chick that be sitting in there, that with the DJ?
Oh, well, we
I
get
call her a host though. So she put me on the spot. Didn't even know me. She's like, "Are you whack?" Like a lot of people come in and say they nice. Are you whatever? So right on the spot, I gave her some bars. Not Ivy Soap either. I gave her some real bars.
Okay.
So now you know what she said?
What?
A female. She said, "You gotta really listen to him." She said, "You did that all in one breath." And she said, "You have bars on top of bar." I got her attention.
I mean, that's a success story.
No.
But that's a chick of our age.
No, you didn't hear what I said. See, whenever somebody say you're not good or you're whack, you know what you gotta do? You come back and prove to them.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
If the youngin said I was whack, guess what? I would go back to the lab, do some homework.
And that's what we disagree.
Well,
I'm not spinning my wheels for these kids.
I
bro.
didn't say I'm spinning my wheels for them.
But let me make that broader. There's people our age that might tell you you're whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So
question.
it's like
and that's like arguing with a kid.
So it's like the thing is, I personally am not gonna put too much energy in trying to prove for one person who didn't like something I did. I've been told I was whack by like people. I've been like, if you put yourself out there, someone's gonna tell you you're whack.
Yeah.
It just don't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Damn, they told OG to pack it up. Like,
Chill, guys.
so like, yo, I mean, even when I was young, when I was a young man, people were like, yo, you nice. When I was at the height of all that Who Them fame, when we was getting signed, meeting labels and all that, you know how many people was at, I always thought I was a nice guy. I didn't know why people was attacking me. I'm going back to the MySpace days. People were roasting me. Like, yo, like, roasting my character. Big people didn't know me. They was like, oh, big bow-legged nigga looked like he rode a horse too damn much. It looked like he rode a horse half his life. I mean, like, there was people made Phantom MySpace pages with me and my boys on it, like, superimposed pictures of dicks on our faces. Like, the most horrible
Yo, somebody's
shit.
taking that kind of
Yo,
time, bro.
that's trolls.
But
You
no, I'm
are
saying,
they're losers, bro.
this was when I was young. I'm saying, like, yo, this is what's gonna happen. There's always gonna be someone who's like, them dudes are whack.
Yo.
As much as people say, yo, them dudes are nice. Them dudes are gonna make it. They're gonna do this.
Yo,
There's
wow.
always that group of people who are like, whack. Listen to this shit.
Yo.
You know what I mean? And no, I've been
Your
told
numbers
recently.
went up when you started talking about being whack.
Yo, no, I'm
Rap rappers, baby.
I'm gonna tell you honest stories. Like,
Oh,
I've
shoot.
been in every type of hip hop situation where I was in danger, where every type of situation. So if you put yourself out there, if you don't hear, someone's not telling you you're whack or dissing you, that means no one's hearing you anyway.
That's exactly right.
You know what I mean? Let's be real. Like, if you only hear I'm nice from a set few people, nobody's hearing you. Or they're placating you. Because then, especially an artist like me, I do way too much different crap for everybody to like everything I do. I got a phrase, and whoever's been in the studio with me has heard my phrase, don't be afraid to be whack because you're not going to do something different. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say that and segue back to the young people. I work with a group of kids who will tell you, I ain't feeling that shit. Some kids like, no, why you don't swear enough for me.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
they definitely-
they'll tell me you don't swear enough. Like, you can't trust a nigga who
My
don't swear.
What? My album about to get frisbee.
They be like, you can't trust a nigga who don't swear like
gonna
that, yo.
frisbee my
I'm like,
album.
word, it's like that, you know. So, but I also had old people.
Why don't you swear?
Who, him?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I swear. I call myself a Samuel Jackson swearer. When I put a curse word in a verse, it belonged there and it made a spike. It hit you like bam. I don't swear. Just motherfucker.
I
put
really
me shit
don't.
out
If
for
someone
me.
would have asked me this, they would have said, "I give you $1,000 and tell me if Flair swears on record." I say he don't swear. I would have said, "I'll bet you $1,000 he don't swear," because I don't know.
don't have a lot.
I may have heard you swear. I don't remember hearing you swear on any of the songs.
I don't swear a lot, but I do swear though. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
Lionel's stupid.
I'm not clean. I'm not a clean rapper, but I do swear.
Okay,
But
'Cause
I also,
swear. I
and,
swear.
and bringing it back, I have old people tell me,
You swear
like,
too much.
No, that you too commercial or something, or you too soft. You too. I'm like, no matter where I go, somebody's saying something, but your ass is listening, ain't you?
Right.
You know what I mean? So but then I have my group of like people. I have like that fan base who are like, this dude is nasty, and they recognize it. I was told, I'm not gonna name names. If he's on here, he can say it. I was told by a very prominent member of Rhode Island hip hop that he now dubs me. This was this past weekend. He dubs me the greatest producer of music in Rhode Island. Oh, and he said in the region. And he was like, because the stuff you put out, you make all this stuff happen. And he goes, he talking about you can't put you in a box. And I was like, this dude said that. And if he's watching, you can say it. But I was like, I don't want to say it. But I'm like, I bowed down like, wow.
Anybody say you
Thank
whack,
you.
they hating. Cause,
Like,
yo,
thank you.
Dude, you are very creative.
But it's like, so the thing is, I play like, I feel like I got I feel like I have, like when I deal with old and young, I have this thing where I have an advantage. When Krim told me, dude, you have an advantage. You're perpetually working with young people, so you can take their energy and fuel it and be you as you and take their energy.
Okay.
Like, that's dope. So that's what you get every time we're talking.
That is dope.
You're getting me taking an old people, young people, channeling it, hear the energy and being right in the middle and seeing both sides.
Did y'all share the thing on y'all pages?
What?
yeah.
So I agree with Flair's. I'm the old cranky old man because I look at it different. I'm like, I can be creative and sound fresh, but my fresh is not going to be anybody's fresh. I'm trying to be so different and odd that it won't fit in any box. So once I start trying to fit it in a box, that's when it turns stale. Can't nobody say you too old to be doing? Because it's like I'm not even doing what you're doing, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even on the level that you think it should be on because it's not about what you're doing in the first place. And once we start trying to bend and do this and that, it comes whack. But I want to touch on what Mo said earlier about Bandcamp, and Dante talked about Bandcamp. Artists putting their music on Bandcamp. If you don't know what Bandcamp is a site where you put your music on there, and you get people to pay for it. They can even pay less than what you ask. You can put it. You can set it to say
pay less or more.
Yeah, you can set it to say pay what you feel like it's worth. Right. Yeah. Most people gonna pay $9.99 or whatever it is. So you make an album, you put it at $9.99, or you could say or whatever you want to donate to the album. You could be like $6.99, $3.99, whatever. And most of the proceeds of that go to you. That's much more lucrative than putting it on all the streaming services, and because they're not even paying a penny off of, you gotta get 50 spins to get a penny. Like, it's like crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's more lucrative to drive your fans to Bandcamp. The only drawback, in my opinion, with Bandcamp and what I see with Black Star, which is Mos Def and Talib Kweli, what they did, put their music on Luminary, right, which is a podcasting website where they have a podcast with Dave Chappelle. They took an album that people waited 25 years to hear, finally put it together and put it on one spot, right? And a lot of people applauding them. Like I saw Most saying, have my head on this joint the whole damn night. But I saw Most saying, I don't know if Most still watching, but Most was saying that was good. I'm going to tell you why I feel like it wasn't good, right? Because Mo said that's some luminary bullshit. Yeah, so I feel like them putting it on Luminary stifled that album. No one's talking about Black Star. Black Star, this should have been trending, bro. Most Def and Talib Kweli have rejoined to put out the new Black Star for 25 years.
Is he going by the name Most Def again for this album?
I have no idea because I haven't heard it.
All right.
Most said, "Nah, I ain't say it was that good." See, that's the other thing. People say it's not good, but I've only heard two people talking about this amazing release. One of them on Twitter said that this ain't it, bro. I waited 25 years for this, and this is trash. He said it was absolute trash. And then Most said it tonight. And this album been out a couple days. No one's talking about
I
it.
wouldn't have had no expectations for that anyway.
But we should have. Black
didn't.
Star.
I didn't. You heard what they've been putting out by themselves lately?
But I'm saying Black Star, like this. Think about the era. Think about what they ushered in. A lot of stuff they ushered in.
I know, but you know what?
They
though?
ushered in the return, actually, of Backpack.
Listen,
and soulful stuff. Like they ushered in a lot of stuff.
I get that, but you know what?
Chop in the building.
Here's what I look at when it comes to artists like that, especially been out for 25 years, and I'm like, the reason why I use Fliz a lot, and see when I say a person name, I'm saying it because I'm using it for the perspective of what I'm saying. He doesn't lose the love for what he's doing.
Do you think the album is good?
What album?
Black Star.
I didn't hear it.
But would you expect it to be good?
No.
Damn.
When I first heard them coming back together, I was like, it was going to be called Blue Star. Jim,
I will say this. I'll say only
Damn,
thing is,
that's cold.
I am a Most Def fan. I've never been a Yasin Bey fan.
No one has.
That's the thing. When he went to Yasin Bey, I remember I saw him perform twice as Yasin Bey, and I'm like, this ain't Most Def to me. So that's why I don't know. Like, but no diss. You know what I mean? I love Most Def.
You gotta have the, see, again, if you don't have, like, we have us three in this room.
Madlib produced the whole album. He's dope.
Oh, no, I love Madlib. We have a passion for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We have a passion. Like, and you know what else we have you know what else we have? Like, you know how you know we still got the fire in us? The song Cake. Mm-hmm. When y'all heard the verses, y'all was like, if I knew it was going to be this.
Yeah,
dudes,
we wouldn't have cared if we didn't have the passion.
The song came out, and dudes want to redo the song over. Because that's how they feel about, if I knew this person was going to be on, I would have came like this, if I knew this, whatever.
Right, but so I want to keep it on Bandcamp because...
No, I am keeping it on big. I'm saying in general, see, when people don't have that passion no more,
Right.
like 25 years, they might be living a certain life. They might have if this was a money grab, because it seemed like it was, because if you really was trying to cater to your fans, you would have wanted to put it in as many ears as you could, right or wrong?
No, but I have friends that my friends that we talking about putting some new stuff out, and the album we talking about, he's like he don't want to put it on streaming. He's trying to figure out a way to get it directly to the fans. So there's a lot of people trying to get around. Just like Snoop Dogg took all Death Row off of all the digital platforms. Until they build a new wheel, that's the wheel.
But listen, you can still. Okay, for instance, the people that back you is going to listen, and they still going to support you.
Right.
So I'm not buying if they. My thing is this. Because I'll be looking at dudes can't even accumulate streams. You know what? So my thing, if a person don't like you, they ain't even going to listen to your joint free. So if they ain't listen to your joint free, you think they're going to pay for your joint.
Okay.
Because again, the people that support me, there's certain people that paid the regular price, and then there's some people that bought like 4 or 5 albums on the price of one. Mm-hmm. Because they were just supporting and believing in me. There's some people that just bought one album, there's some people that bought all the albums.
Well, maybe I'm lame because I feel like if you can get that as many people as you can possibly get it, do that. Because the music value right now is very low. You're making your money touring, and you're making your money on merch. Why do you think they're doing merchandise bundles? Because people would rather buy the merch and get the CD with it.
Right.
That's why they're not counting those numbers no more, because people will buy your shirt. But they trying to not count those numbers to make you go, because people's using that to go number one and number all
what
that.
Is that called? Evolution.
It is. And what I'm saying is you need to use whatever way you can to generate money. I wouldn't even care about being on Billboard if I can make $1 million with my merch and my CDs. I don't care about what
Correct.
Billboard's thinking. So I think Takashi and Nicki and everybody else who's bundling merch, Nicki really wants to be. She wants them numbers. She wants to be counted. But a lot of people that's bundling merch don't care about the Billboard, right? Like Wiz Khalifa didn't care. He bundled it anyway. The first week numbers sound great to nobody except for the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, we said the first week and then we move on. Like, Pusha T got his #1 album.
Listen,
Who's going to care about that
okay,
next year? No one.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Mark Kami is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to it. I like his album.
I like Mark Kami. I haven't heard his
Mark
recent
Kami.
stuff.
Yep, Mark Kami.
I haven't listened, but here's the thing. You know how much he sold his album for?
What?
Like 500.
That's great. And see,
And people buy it.
and it's on all platforms too.
I
So it's not. So he playing the whole game. So the thing is, if you want to support him and you want an autograph signed copy and you want to pay $500, Nipsey did that. Nipsey sold his joints for $100 each, right? So it's all about. It's all about. Well, when he first started, it was 100, then 1,000. But it's all about demand. Everybody don't have that kind of demand.
That's my point of what
You
I was
can make
saying.
your album right now and say I'm selling it for $100. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be tough to get, right? So my thing is, Mark Kami, yeah, he got $500 album, but you can still go play his music on any streaming service.
It also go to show you what kind of fans he have that they actually spending $500.
Well, I'm sure they get something extra. They probably getting music that they
But-
can't get on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care how much I like me. I ain't paying $500 for no damn album. But my point in what I'm sitting up there saying, if you have your fan base, see, like with me, I like what we had this discussion before. Fliss said, I want my music to be heard everywhere I can get it to be heard.
And everybody on the stream has said they have not heard the Black Star album. Everybody on here, nobody has heard it.
Dude, I wasn't trying to listen to it anyway.
But you would have listened to it if it was on streaming service.
No, I wouldn't have. Because
Yes, you would.
I went. Dude, I told you what I'm looking for. I didn't hit Pusha T album. I was gonna hit Black Star album.
Oh, hey, that's not done.
I don't just be looking for albums like that. Like, cause again, I'm not into that drug talk. Like, I'm into bars, but I'm not into drug.
Talib Kweli and ain't doing no drug
No,
talk.
but I knew that I just knew that album wasn't gonna be good. I knew it. Like, dude,
I would have begged. I would have thought it would have been.
that album was being hidden because
I thought it was
they
gonna
knew
be
it wasn't
okay.
gonna be good.
I think that you're right. I think they kind of hiding behind that too. That a lot of people gonna say it's not that
on the
good.
low that I don't think we might even be recognizing, even though, you know, a lot of like the old school artists who are coming out with albums, a lot of them cats ain't hot to us no more. We might be evolving more than we may know.
No.
You know what I mean?
I would still listen to a Redman and Method Man album. Like Kendrick, again, the thing.
I can give you 10 joints right now that they drop. I'll leave this whole interview right now and go listen to them. I'll give you 10.
Me or Dante?
I'm saying if
said it.
if Jay was dropping at midnight, I'm listening to Jay-Z. I'm staying up to hear that.
Jay-Z's a different animal.
But he's old school.
Nas, but
No, but if you're gonna name Nas, Jay-Z, you're naming the big hits.
I still didn't hear Nas.
They
album.
part of it.
If I said Sons of Man is dropping an album tonight, would y'all be?
But I wasn't checking for them like that anyway.
But I'm saying, no diss to Sons of Man because they be getting like testy when you diss them. Because I'm a Sons of Man fan.
Me too.
I love that album, but
Nah,
it's like
it's a
I'm
move
looking.
though.
I'm thinking like Most Def and Talib Kweli was so dope to me when they dropped that Black Star album.
Right.
I couldn't stop playing that joint. So I'm always gonna give them the benefit of the doubt now. But
You
hearing
didn't think this was gonna be good either?
no, I'm feeding off when I'm like, why would he who loved that album then, why would he not give it a shot now? So I'm thinking
But I
that
think
might
Dante
be.
consumed in his own thing right now.
No,
anyway.
So I'm thinking maybe you might be I don't know if this is true, but you
it's-
might be under the guise of like music has moved on. You might be thinking.
No, you know what it is? I'm in a move right now. Like I wanna you gotta get me in a like I said, when I go to your sessions and I be like that one song, like you notice I don't ask for your songs no more? You notice I don't even let you email me them? Cause like when I listen to this song, just like your album put me in a mood. Like when I was listening to your album, I was just like, yo, this album is different and it's fire. I'm not saying because if it was whack, I'd have came in here like, Charles, what was you thinking?
I would hope so.
and then with like the Bedrock song, that song's fire. So again, I purchased the CD because you know what I want to do? Pop it in and now I can really mood out in my car with it. So that's why I'm saying I want to be in a certain mood. That's why when his album come out, because there's certain songs I was hearing, I was like, nah, I don't even want to. He was trying to, I don't want it. I'm waiting till it come out because I know there's going to be certain songs I'm going to keep on repeat. I
Well,
already know
you
that.
talking about you do that to him?
Huh? Yeah.
I do that to you. When you be sending me the whole album, and I'm like, no, I want him to have it all together. You be like, let's do it early. I don't want to hear it early. I'm like, yo, I want you to have it all together, the cover, everything. I want all of it. Boom. This is the track list. Everything is up. Now let's go. Then I listen to it.
Because the reason why I was saying is they like, oh, Black Star's coming out with an album. It's not that I moved on from him. It's just that where's the anticipate like I said, Most Def. I don't know what album Most Def. Oh, I guess it was Most Def, not whatever his new name is.
Yasin Bey.
But again, did he say anything within that time before you to anticipate Black Star to be dope or like Talib? See, and most people don't want to hear that album because of what Talib been saying on his show.
Yeah.
See, so again, it might not even be if the album's whack. It's just the fact that the people be like, I didn't like what he was saying. Because I heard some people say that in the comments. Because I be reading a lot of comment sections when people be talking about the album coming out. Which is unfair. I'm not going to judge him on that. And Shiesty, I will listen to Pusha T. My time. Not when everybody else. I don't like listening to albums when everybody else is listening to it. Because everybody talking. I like to get on my time. And I really like to zone in. And be like, yo, that joint was kind of dope. And I'll be late to the party. I like being early to shows and work, but late to the party.
So I feel like if we're gonna talk about like old school artists,
He said with his deal, we need more balance in that.
and why they don't, I think we touching on something and we don't realize that we're going around it, and it's right in the center. Old school, older artists. That's a recurring theme, right? And we just talked about anticipation of Black Star, which to me is kind of weird that none of us. I still ain't went on Luminary to listen to the album and don't plan to anticipate it. But it's not just them. I can name you right now. Nice and Smooth came out. Not Nice. Was it Nice and Smooth? Not Nice and Smooth.
I'm not listening to the nicest move. album.
See?
I'm letting you know that
Nah,
right now.
that's one
Hold
of
on,
them.
hold
I'm
on.
No.
Jazzo just dropped.
Oh, I was starting listening to that album. I was listening to that.
I listened. I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but he got some joints.
Nah, he got some choice on it. Yeah.
Jazzo. Actually, you know what? It was Greg Nice got with another rapper. I think it was who did I Got a Man. What's your
Positive
man?
K?
I think I'm dead serious. Greg Nice and Positive K got an album together.
See, okay, listen.
Slow down. I'm just telling you. Don't shoot the messenger,
No,
bro.
I'm not. No,
Don't shoot the
No,
messenger.
stop. You want to know how you know what? Just think of the name.
Don't be
So you-
disrespectful, bro.
Well, no, I want to hear what he got to say. I'm just like, what? This dude can't even breathe. This shit.
So
This dude, we need a butyl pump in here.
you see, you doing what the kids did to my man. You laughing at it.
But see what I'm saying? Like, there's a small
Yo,
piece
chill.
of music movie that breathes that. You know what I mean?
No, hold up. See, you know when there's a problem? So would you say the name of somebody?
Yo, see?
So would you say the name?
Yo, this dude said, well, he's obviously not a fan.
No, chill. Hold
Oh,
up.
that was an old message. My bad.
No, dude.
So hold on. So all right. So there are people from our era
Oh my, yo.
who drop and get ignored, and the buzz don't be there, right? But it be rightfully so. A lot of them don't be sounding that good when it does come out,
Charles, you keep calling us old heads, right?
and their ears don't be what it need to be.
You call us old heads, right? 'Cause, see, I can combat that. You call us old heads, right? You gonna consider us old heads? You consider yourself old head?
Yes.
Okay. Now, CJ ain't an old head. He's considered of this generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old is CJ?
CJ's just turned 30.
He's on a cusp.
Yeah, but he's
young.
got
He's younger than us, but
young
he's on a
energy.
cusp. Yeah.
Now,
energy.
let me tell you something. And I wasn't trying to. I told CJ when he came to Super Friends that I'm actually going to be the wackest dude on Super Friends. I told him that. He'll tell you I'm not lying. I ain't capping. So I told him that because remember, I'm coming back and getting my rust off. And I was just like, all these other dudes has been rapping. They nice,
me.
huh?
I was rusty.
I know, but again, you was rapping more than I was. That was like what my first show, whatever.
In a long time.
So now, when he walked away, did he walk away saying, "Yo"? He was just like, "Yo, them dude, everybody was nice." You see what I mean? He didn't walk away saying this dude sounded old.
What breadstick?
Huh?
What breadstick? Y'all ate them all?
Yo, G like jeans. What do you mean by where is the R&B? First of all, I don't know what you mean by that question.
We're not talking about R&B, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, that's what he means.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next. But that's what I'm sitting up there saying. When you listen, see, when you said Greg Nice, and I was thinking Nice and Smooth, and then he said Positive K, I'm like, what would that even sound like? I got a thought. What that thought got to do with me? I got a thought. That's why I was like, if you think about what they was doing, what would it sound like?
These were all rappers who didn't make that impact when they were even at the hype. So that's why, it in a sense, there's a bit of comical. It's
Kenny Black.
comical.
Kenny Black tuned in. He said he want to know what we talking about.
Who?
Kenny Black.
We was talking about Bandcamp, music going on streaming platforms. Go ahead. What were you saying? With the
No, I know that was. It's like if they wasn't high impact artists back then, that's why it added all that comedy. Like you say, oh, Greg Nice and Positive K. Like what? Like
It just sounds goofy.
they was
yeah. It's like Greg Nice. Even though they was the hit single masters, albums were always bad for Nice and Smooth. But Greg Nice, no one's ever gonna put Greg Nice in the top 10 or 20 anything. Or Positive K. You know what I mean?
Hype man.
Hype man too. I mean, I never seen him as a hype man. Like, I look at Greg Nice as someone. When I was young, I listened to them, but people older than me was trying to tell me, why you listening to this crap? Hey yo, Dizzy Gillespie plays the sax. Me myself, I love the Mac.
Don't disrespect me.
Redbone booties, I love the wax. I love that shit. But people older than me was like, this is nonsense. Saying like,
no, they served their purpose at the time of them serving their purpose, but what they gonna do now? What they gonna rap about?
That's why it had a bit of comical when you said Greg Nice and Positive K joined forces. Like, see, look, he can't stop laughing. Yo,
I didn't listen to it, but I wanted to.
he said,
Nice K.
he started laughing like, yo.
I don't think I would have listened to that back in the day.
Yeah.
I really don't think I would've listened to
No,
that back
and
in the day.
if they was at the height of their prime, I would have gave that a shot. I'll give it a shot now just because I'm that dude. But now, if when Greg Nice and Smooth B was doing their joint, they have some hit songs that you just love. But Smooth B was going to be the smooth one who made a little more sense than Greg Nice.
Right.
Greg Nice just rhymed for the sake of rapping. Sometimes like napkin,
Like,
clapping,
But he
happen,
freestyled all his
trapping.
stuff.
Sorry, I'm
See,
spitting on you and shit.
the thing that got me, cause like, did y'all hear anything latest from Buckshot?
No, I haven't. But it's funny. I was on a social media site and he was talking on
The last song that I heard from Buckshot, and I think it was a Ninth Wonder beat. And when I heard it, I was like, this doesn't sound like Buckshot. That's the thing. It's like when you listen to when we listen to a Nas and a Jay-Z, it sounds like a Nas and a Jay-Z. And it sounds like they have evolved a little bit within the times of what's
You
going
know what? You're right. And Kenny Black just asked me what the topic was, and I think I just hit the topic. It says older artists' ability to garner attention.
Right.
I think that's what we're talking about.
That's what it was.
We
Yeah.
are kind of on that, yeah.
Because again, like we was talking about how your man, they clowned your man, and it made him bitter to the heart. But my thing would have been, I'm not catering to kids, but my thing would have been, you know what?
You want to sound fresh.
I want to sound what?
You want to sound fresh.
Yeah. I would have
want to sound dated.
I would have been like okay, like one of the things I like to do is read my verses to people. He always tell me, nah, I want to hear it in studio. I like the people to hear because I want. You know what I want? I want a reaction. If I can't get a reaction from you, like I can spit the verse I'm doing on your album right now. If I don't get a reaction from you, that joint's trash. Like I told you, when I had a female say, "You got bars on top of bars," that's the type of reaction I'm looking for. I don't care if you say I sound. Nah, you ain't gonna say I sound dated. But I don't want you to be like, yeah, nah, that was whack. Because as soon as you hear that, when you say that was whack, or what's the new word they're using now, the new terminology?
A lot of them. Little new ones. But
Mid.
they'll still say trash, you know what I mean?
They still say trash is timeless, but they might say that's mid if they saying it's okay.
Oh, they do the
Lukewarm.
garbage pail now. So if I get that make me go back to the lab and really work out. Cause I'm like, you know what? That's how I was. That's what I did when I was younger. When I was in the high school ciphers, and I couldn't freestyle at the time, and I didn't know how to memorize my rhymes or write or read them on paper. I go, and when dudes like, he suck, blah 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 blah. I went home, memorized that joint, came back, flame dudes, and then I got the respect.
You know what? And I respect that. You know what's weird about me though? I think since the '90s, I've trained myself to go in studios.
See, that's what I just said. The
Go
OG,
in studios and not try to do anything that someone else would say I like that, because I would bubble myself in, and the only person I had to impress was me. And then if I got out of that studio and other people liked it, then I knew I was onto something. But I never went in, oh, this was that, oh, they like this, that, because I was so me and Tony and a couple people, we was like, so we were always searching for the different sound. We was always chopping snares and chopping kicks and trying to find all these different.
But what are you speaking on right
things.
now? What is you speaking on? That's
you
evolution,
talking
but
about?
that's creativity.
Right. And we strive for creativity. So when you're doing creativity, that's like Kanye. I'm sure he don't do a lot of, what do you think? Like it? Is it good? Like, I'm sure he go in that joint and just zones out. And just, he bringing 100 people working on it out, and they come out with something at the end of the day. He approves at the end of the day and puts it in the box. But it's like, bruh, like, I can't, I like you said, you somebody say, oh, that wasn't whatever. I would take it as a badge of honor, because I would be like, that person obviously doesn't know what this shit's about. I only respect people who know what it's about. So me trying to tell somebody who doesn't know what hip hop is about, trying to explain to them, like I told you about the speed metal guy. Mm-hmm. He asked me for my opinion. He said, he played me a speed metal song. He said, I want your honest opinion. What should we do different? I said, well, maybe you should slow it down. Right? To me, I don't know nothing about speed metal.
But that's again. See, all right.
So him trying to impress me was silly.
What did I say? And this is where me and him gonna agree on this. If I'm talking to the youth, right? Because you got to remember, each person was raised on something in their home. What was they listening to in their home? Like, who their mother, who's their father? So when they come out to society, they might not came out to what we was listening to. Mm-hmm. So if their mother and father was playing, like I told you when I went down south, my family's from New York. They all moved down there. This was the first time I was ever hearing songs like Sit Down Ho. I'm like, what? We never hear that up north. And my aunt and them dancing to it. I was like, we don't dance to stuff like this. But that was Atlanta. And remember, they were down there and they was Atlantaized or whatever I'm going to call it. But again, it depends on what you was foundated with in your house. Because who's that rapper you said that you just had in studio who said, the young boy, you said he was raised off of the sound. The dude you just recently had.
J. Lou.
See, he was raised, that was in his home.
Yeah, J. Lou, when he sat me down and told me, he was like, but he was just like, even the era, he was explaining like people who are older gotta realize people his age, when rap was at its peak, Lil Wayne and T-Pain and people like that, and go, so you're gonna build off of that as for where we built off of this, and it sounded like, so that's why we can't get with, oh, why are they so melodic? Because when they was like 8 years old, T-Pain ran the game. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne with the all that, he ran the game. Mm-hmm. So when Jay sat me down, and another person, a young person who, I won't say his name, but if he's on, he can put it on. He talked to me, he said, sometimes I be checking into your podcast. And he goes, I always align with you, Fliz, because he feels I'm the only one who speaks logic on the youth. You know what I mean? And he does feel like, he goes, I feel like sometimes our podcast might attack the youth, he goes, which turns them off. Yeah, like, no, he was like, yo, and he goes, I always align with you. And I was like, yo, I said, you know, I'm not trying to pick a side on it. I'm just spitting a
Thomasina.
Oh, you made it, Tom? What up, Tom? So that's what I love about, like, I always try to be like a balanced kind of dude, like, and understand. My boy Rudy, right? Rudy said the illest thing to me, and I'm gonna mess this up, But Rudy was talking about vibes, and he was like, talk about the definition of vibes, and why he's like, yo, this is my vibe. He go, because every era, generation, and person we're all vibrating. He goes, energy is really just movement. Everything we do, our cells are movement, our feeling. He goes, we're all vibrating and vibing at a level. And when you catch something that's your vibe, this is my vibe. I like this because it's dancing with me, with my soul or whatever. So he was like, yo, music today speaks to the youth because they're this generation. It's their vibe. They're vibrating at a different level than we're over here where we were vibrating. They're vibrating here. And then we can't get mad that, I'm not going to get mad that a young person not vibing because it's a different thing.
Right.
But at the same
That's
time.
all I'm saying. I agree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
So at the same time, it's like opposite too. Like, we're vibrating at a different energy than you, young man. So don't say what we got is whack. I mean, we vibrate. Our vibration is at a different level. So I hope I said that right. If Rudy sees this, correct me. But that's what, when he explained it, I was like, that is profound as hell.
That is very profound.
You know what I mean?
You did
Like,
a good job of
he
saying
goes,
that.
that's my vibe. He goes, so when you say that's my vibe, that's my vibration.
Do you know I
That's
never
my-
dissed their music? I don't.
Who?
You probably can't find me dissing young people's music.
Who? Oh, I thought you don't know who's there.
You know
I
what
never-
word
I never
I
dis-
used instead of vibe? What did I just say? Mood.
Yeah,
That's
So,
my mood.
I don't know if I come off as if I'm saying that the younger generation is whatever. I'm a big proponent of let them do what they want to do. Like an old head in our situation would be trying to change them and say, do it this way, da da da. No, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to argue and try to change anything. If it's a party and they're having a blast, let them have a blast.
No,
Step back.
Your problem
have a
is
drink.
you think they're attacking, so when they attack you, you attack back.
Well, no.
Because the dinosaur comic got under your skin, so you're gonna attack back.
Let me read what Kenny Black said. So before I forget.
I'm not getting anything from Kenny Black. It was like, how come I'm not getting that?
Maybe you blocked him. I don't know. But
I don't know.
Kenny Black, music is
Yeah, how you ain't
is
get
too
this?
in the moment for most veteran artists. This drug addict culture music is hard to survive if you're not talking about it. Literally, artists are creating a new era of music, so they neglect to go back and check history or study. That is facts.
No, but okay,
Craziest thing I've realized, a lot of artists don't know how to count bars. Shaking my head. They just rap until they feel like it's done. LOL. And then he wrote, I'm not mad at the youth for their era of music. I just hate when they make judgment only based off their tunnel vision of music. That's facts what he said, bro. He's basically saying that he's where I'm at with it in a way. That I'm not mad at them, but they're
hold
not
up,
even
Charles,
doing music.
Charles,
They're not
hold
even wait. He's saying they're not even counting bars.
Yo, no, hold up.
They're just rapping and just whatever. I understand formulas and things evolve and change.
I'm
But
gonna
what?
say again. See, I'm like, and I'm not. But listen, what did I just tell you earlier about the hookah? These young kids are, like he said, they drinking, smoking
Right.
more than we have drink and smoke.
Yeah.
What they doing now, like for instance, when I was coming up, the weed of choice was chocolate Tide, some regular, and then you had hydro.
And it wasn't
And hash.
and it wasn't looked at as openly as it is now.
Right.
It was like you had to be almost like a bad person to be doing weed and shit. But go ahead.
Now, dude, they got all these different names. I'm like, what the heck is that? Wu-Tang Delicious. They got like it's like
Now with the weed dispensaries, everybody's getting their own strand too.
and that's what I'm
Trump
saying.
said they pill popping more than anything.
And
else.
they do it. So again, like I told, okay, what did I
That's
tell
gonna
you?
reflect the music though.
That's what I know. That's what I was telling. I told you my barber was like, I don't want to hear your music. You make me think. I don't want to think. These people, like when you listen, I don't even listen to it. But
Can I be honest? I listen to Spanish music now because I don't want to think. I listen to a lot of reggaeton and a lot of like
nah, but Spanish got a vibe.
it's
They
a
got
real
mood.
vibe.
Cause you like
that mood,
yeah.
the mood. Now you talking about mood,
It makes you, and when you drink,
and that's
to it,
all
it's
new.
like-
That's all of that is new music, and I love it. Like a lot of the Spanish artists, and they young. A lot of like you know what I'm saying, like Raul Alejandro and people like that. He probably 23, 24 years old, and I like their music because it's just dope music. And I'm not trying. It's when I'm in that mood they hear something that I don't gotta.
What do
think
Spanish
about.
dudes make their music for? Women.
Women.
That's what it is. See, that's the mood. They if you can listen to any Spanish song and you just think about a lady.
Not anybody, yeah.
I'm talking about the majority of the songs that you would hear.
if
mainstream
you want
stuff.
mainstream success, you gotta gear it towards women.
So
Like,
that's all they care. And if you go to their concerts, Who's there?
Women.
So again, this younger generation.
Read
They,
what Thomasina said.
I don't have nothing here. See, my phone must not be
Yeah,
up
right
there
here.
right.
Scroll up.
I am. Look, see. She goes,
Thomasina,
People
she
are attracted
said-
to sound, to frequency, so we are stimulated through sound differently. They are the area of cell phone and
Era.
the way of she meant to say era.
She meant to say era.
They are the era of cell phone and the way of listening music change beats, the bars, and the volume.
That's facts. And you know
Right.
what? It don't even sound the same right now. Like we used to listen off crispy clear vinyl through these big beautiful speakers. Everything had a warm. Now they just clicking on their phone and it's just coming at you.
Yep.
Mad digital, mad loud. It's a different frequency.
But again, remember what was
Fat
that?
finger syndrome, she said.
What was that music that came out? It didn't even hit that
You want EDM?
Nah, it was a certain. It was called a certain type of music, that fast joint. Like it just seemed like it was making your
I think you're talking
eggs
about
scrambled.
Trip hop?
trip hop. You talking about grunge, or you talking about like
It was a certain sound,
acid, or you talking about I don't know. What anyway? What about it?
but no, that's what. Again, we ain't. What are we? If we said what we about, we'd call ourselves the boom bap era, right? Boom bap.
Yep, that's what we
808.
call that,
Boom
boom
bap. Boom 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 bap. Boom boom bap. Boom boom.
Sandy said techno.
Nah, it's not techno, Sandy. It's shoot.
I'm thinking
It's
Kenny
right
Black
there.
said EDM for sure. I was thinking it's EDM.
It's on a wave of that, but it was
think
it was
it's
called
EDM.
it was called something else. Watch me get to
Anyway,
the
what about
thing.
it?
But no, I'm saying that's what it is. Like, if you notice, the music that they used to play in raves is the music they actually playing out here now. Remember, we used to laugh at the people that used to go to raves.
Yeah.
That's the music we listening to right now.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's why I keep saying.
But raves, people dancing in raves was started with
Right.
house music.
They-
They started with house music, then they started making their own.
Cause they was popping because it was under a frequency of being high.
Yeah, and you gotta have a certain kind of music.
Cause
for
like
that.
you ever had a conversation? Ever had a conversation as you sober with somebody that's high? Mm-hmm. That's what it's like talking to these kids. That's exactly what it's like talking to these kids. Because when you ever have a conversation with somebody that's high, you're not high. They be making you think something's wrong with you.
Honestly, I love house music and raves. What did Tracy say?
So Fliz, I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead, shoot.
In that situation of my man, who them kids listened to him, and then they clowned him.
Yeah.
What is your take on that? Not from you, but from that position, from that person. What should they walk away from with that? Because I honestly believe that he won some of them over later down the line, but
Yep.
that's irrelevant. It's about that moment where these kids laughed at an artist who we thought, for the most part, a lot of people in Rhode Island was giving this guy mad love as one of the top guys coming up,
Yep.
but these kids didn't get it. And I do you one better. When I came here from DC, my oh, that just tied into something I'll tell y'all later. But my wife's brothers and them, when I put on my stuff, they laughed at that. They were like, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying? They laughed at it because they couldn't process it.
Yours is different though. Yours is on a different level.
Yeah, but like the Buckhead stuff, that overseas is considered classic. Overseas, I'm like, it's classic. So, but to them, it was corny as hell.
Yep.
But they wasn't versed in it like we were. Our whole thing was trying to be as weird and not weird. That's the wrong word. To be as different and mad hip hop and mad say everything that no one else said because you wasn't supposed to be a biter. They didn't look at it like that. They grew up in an era where you supposed to sound like Cameron. You supposed to sound like Dipset. You supposed to sound like Jim Jones. Like you supposed to sound like them. So it's different. So they laughing at you because you don't sound like them. So what in that situation? When them kids laughed at that dude that we all felt he was really a poet, they thought he was corny.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that? I don't put you on the spot.
No. I think you asked me two different questions, so I'll answer them in the way I think. The first one is, I always say, whenever you put yourself out
Dubsteps. That's what I was talking. Dubsteps.
there,
Dubsteps. There you go.
It'll be some guys that make the difference.
I
That
told you I
dubstep
was
just fell
gonna
off.
figure this out.
Some people say dubstep is not fell off. But yeah, go ahead.
So no, I'm saying whenever you put yourself out there as an artist, you must be prepared to take the backlash of being called whack.
Okay.
Especially when you're crossing cultures and crossing demographics, because I fell victim to stereotyping when I was young. I never do this no more. I always thought, like, you know, when I was younger, rap is for black people. Right.
When you're young.
And I learned, oh no. Like, yo, white people support the
And
hell
not only
out of
that,
that.
we say it's only for black people. We go even further that we only listen to critique from black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I learned, oh no, as I got older, I'm never doing that no more. And matter of fact, I make like more paper off, like, you know what I'm saying, making sure white people know this around. But you gotta be ready you gotta always be prepared for somebody to say, I don't like you. But when I was younger, I wasn't prepared for that, so I stuck it around people I thought was safe to hear it. Just black people. You know what I mean? So, and the same thing with youth. It's like, if you're gonna be a person and you're gonna let somebody who's not of your genre hear your music, be prepared that they might not vibe with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you got to have a thick skin when you're putting yourself, whether you're a painter or a graffiti artist, whenever you put your art out to the world and say, what do you think? Not everybody gonna say that's beautiful.
That's a
Somebody has to say it's whack.
Somebody.
Because somebody always thinks different from you.
Correct.
So that's why, and your boys thing, what your boy went through, I went through that one time too. But it's like, one of the kids, they was in a crew, little gang of kids. One of them liked me, the rest of them didn't. They thought I was like corny because I was like, you know, I wasn't talking about their shit. And he goes, I like you. He goes, I'll keep it real. He goes, but, you know what I'm saying, they don't like you. But they all said, but he's such a nice guy. You know what I mean? Travis is such a nice guy. You don't want to tell him that I don't like his shit. So I was like, no, tell me. And I got their respect. I'm like, oh, yo, this is trash, all right, whatever. But as they lived, they found something. They like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So you just gotta, when you put your art out there, your heart out there, just be prepared. Somebody's gonna say you're whack.
You know when y'all be talking, right? 'Cause I'm sitting here listening. I'm like, okay. When somebody say I don't like you, my first question is, what do you like then? Because now I gotta
That's
know
very
what
important.
what you comparing me to.
That's just like you said. I wasn't like, in my opinion, you was basically not really into Pusha T.
No, Pusha T's nice, but I'm not into the drug talk.
Right.
That's not my thing. So again, it's like, see, people that I like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I like about Kendrick Lamar? His creativity. That's what I listen to him for. How go ahead.
So with with the Pusha T thing, and you're saying drug talk too. When I did my review, I was like, people classify this as cocaine talk, and when you really peel back the layers, it's not cocaine
I heard-
talk. Did you listen to my review?
I listened
It's
to it.
about power. He's talking about powerful moves that he get to do because of the cocaine. Cocaine is not. He don't really talk about getting high off cocaine. He talk about all the things that he can acquire after the money that he gets from it.
Okay, let me tell you something about Jay-Z, right? What is Jay-Z wackest album?
My opinion, Jay-Z's wackest album. I mean, it's universally has to be Kingdom Come.
See, now, you know why I didn't think Kingdom Come was a whack album?
Why? Please explain this.
Okay, I'm gonna make sense.
No,
right?
I'm
See,
laughing at this. Oh, please explain this.
Okay, now, you know what?
Thomasina replied to you on the thing.
What she said?
I replied.
It's
that.
up, son.
Nah, this is
No,
Kenny
it's up.
Black.
She said we were all high.
Oh yeah, she
She
said
said
we were
Dante, we
all
were
high
high then.
I no. We were. Thomasina, I know we used to smoke together, but I'm talking about we wasn't as high as they are right now.
Shicey L said Kingdom Come.
See, now, you know what? I listened to that album
Mm-hmm.
in a different lens than everybody else. That's how I said I came to the party late?
Explain yourself.
This man went from talking about the same thing you were about to say about Pusha T to what he was doing, and most people couldn't understand the adjustment of becoming a man. That's exactly what he was talking about. And if you go listen to that album as an adult right now and listen to what he was trying to tell you what he was doing, you'll have a better perspective and a better understanding of that album. I was on that time. That's
And why
why.
did I diss KRS-One?
Huh?
Why did I say KRS-One new album? I didn't like it.
No, you say he was preachy.
preachy.
No, but Jay-Z
That's
was
what a grown man gonna do.
No, Jay-Z wasn't when he's sitting up there telling you that his wife is shopping in areas you never been in, you can't relate to that conversation.
Shiesty said, Dante, don't do this. Kingdom Come with dumpster juice.
Nah.
You gonna be like when y'all was clowning me when I was saying what did I say? What was I saying? Y'all was clowning me.
I don't know.
It was about Will Smith versus LL Cool J.
Oh, yeah. You was thinking
No.
He was thinking Will Smith could hang.
You talking about Shaq? The Shaq?
Well, y'all,
No, there was one time he thought Will Smith could hang with LL in a verse. We were like, are you
and
crazy?
you lost that one and you
We
lost
was
the
like,
Shaq
are you
one.
nuts?
anyway, continue.
No. Okay, yo, I challenge everybody. Go listen to Kingdom Come again. But again, listen to it in a state of the mind of you in right now. Because I was
I was defending that album when it dropped.
I was elevating with that album.
I was in full-on argument modes, and it took me about 6 months, and I was like, give it up. But I was in full-on argument modes. I was finding out, like, I can tell you the songs in there that's good right now, like, but when I peel back the layers, I was
Lost
like,
one was fire.
ain't that on Black? Ain't that on
No, that's on Kingdom Come. See, you
So, wait. Show them what you got.
Yup. Lost ones.
And every I'm not saying the album is all garbage, but
what was that joint?
if you gotta think this hard, the album is not that good. So
30 the new 20. That joint was again. He was showing you how he grew up. That's why he came back with America Gangster, because you wanted to hear him like that. But when he made up a grown up album,
but wait. Even he said I was rusty. I apologize.
No. You know why he said that?
Why?
Because the album, he came back with 444 in the same sense, but you know what he did? He came back more gutter. Yo, I do this. This is what I do.
Go ahead.
I told you, Jay-Z was somebody that I studied for. I studied Jay-Z more than I studied Nas. Most people consider Nas the better MC. I studied Jay-Z. See, Jay-Z is one of them dudes that he's sensitive. He could be the Erykah Badu of rap. He's real sensitive about his stuff. So he will apologize.
That's why he don't go on social media, so he don't have to hear nothing.
He will apologize, but Kingdom Come was not a bad album. Again,
we said his worst album. We didn't say if it's bad or good. We said his worst album.
Again, I said people gonna say Kingdom Come. You know why?
You don't think it's so? Then so if that's the case, then what's worse than Kingdom Come then? If you're gonna say it's not his worst album, then something gotta be worse.
You're saying that there's certain artists I think can't drop whack stuff, but it's just their album just didn't live up.
It's not whack, but
like me, I don't think Outkast can drop anything whack in my brain.
Me either.
But this album,
that
album wasn't great. But
but then you get what's the joint that they made the movie for?
Idlewild.
Idlewild.
I mess with that soundtrack, though.
We all do.
Keep telling him that.
It's not fire, but it's dope.
It ain't no equipment. You can tell they were separated. It sounded like they were on the verge of leaving the. You know what I'm saying? If you really listen to it, it sounded like they weren't even in the same studio. Like it sounded like one would record here and other. Idlewild sounds like they didn't know where they was going at that point. But we forgave it, but it wasn't Outkast.
And to address Thomasina, smoking weed and being high and drinking was different. I'm not condoning saying that we was better than them or they worse than us, but these people, they are popping pills. Like people are dropping dead off of this fentanyl. Like you taking a chance right there. I'm like, listen. Once I see a couple of people, like if I see a couple of people dropping dead from smoking weed, guess what? I would have never touched it.
Chop said he loved Idlewild.
A lot of people did. I like Idlewild.
A lot of people say that, but if I got to pick an album of Outkast, I would say Idlewild got to be the weakest album.
I would agree with that. You know what? Anyway, change the subject real quick. But yeah, I would agree. But I liked Idlewild. Don't get it twisted. I still like that. Start off like a small town marriage.
Did you like the movie?
That was my shit. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie.
Y'all ain't like that movie.
Yes,
I enjoyed the movie.
Tell us what we do.
I enjoyed that movie.
I like some of the movie. I was like, yo, they wilding with this.
Nah, but again,
Lovely wife and life.
You know what it is?
Baby carrot.
That's called, again, one of the reasons why I don't like calling people whack.
I never said this whack.
No. This is going with all the whole conversation.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I don't like calling nobody whack, because I don't want to stunt nobody's creativity. They took a chance.
Was Electric Circus by Common whack?
I did not like that album.
You know, I honestly
It's
don't,
electric.
Don't do it, Flares.
I don't remember the album.
I was gonna say,
I remember listening to
if anybody's rule was, I would expect Flares to
No.
be like, you know what? It
No,
wasn't
no.
bad.
I don't remember that album.
Thank you, yo.
You blocked
I'm
it
dead
out.
ass serious. I don't remember that album.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I remember about the album. I remember going to. It wasn't Skippy White's. It's the joint in Warwick. It was this
Little across from Bob stores?
FYE.
No, it's a small
little hole in
joint.
the closet shit.
And this
Sam's.
guy,
It was called Sam's.
but it wasn't Sam's. Big Sam. It was like a little guy.
It wasn't Sam Goody. It was just called like Sam.
Yes,
A
and
little-
he would give you the album early.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
If you went in there, it didn't matter what the album was. Biggie, whatever, like, because Mary's brother Pedro used to go there. He put me on that because actually, I used to have to catch a bus down there because I had no car.
it's
sometimes.
near Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Right across the street. No,
Yeah.
not even across the street. It's like in the same parking lot.
Yeah.
This little spot, that was like a real good era of hip hop at that time too.
Yeah,
That's the
I
late
agree.
'90s when I
I
first
used to
got there.
love that shit, yeah.
I would go there, and it didn't matter what the release date was. If that box came in, he was going to give you that record.
Yep.
It could be a week early, week and a half early, 2 weeks. That guy would, if he had that Wu-Tang, whatever it was, you'd be like, you had to be low like this, like you got that Wu-Tang. He put it on counter, boom, there it is, $12.99, whatever. He gave me everything, not me, anybody, black, whatever. It didn't matter what it was. I bought like Water for Chocolate there from him, the Common joint,
That joint was fire.
and I bought Electric Circus from Common, and I put that Electric Circus on because I was Common fanatic. Common was in like my top 5 at the time, like top 10, and I put that Electric Circus on, and you know how you smiling, and then as stuff goes on, you start getting worried, and then toward the end, you be like, something wrong with me. I must ain't hearing this right. This is Common, bro. Like I'm like this, yo. I don't know what's happening. By the time I got to the end of that joint was long too. I was like, yo, I think Common just threw a brick. I think this joint might be trash. I played it again all the way to the end. I was like, yo, I don't like this, bro. I can't imagine what happened, bro.
I didn't listen to. Ain't that the album with the light on it?
Yeah, and the light, like the best song on there.
That I was just like, yo, I already knew he was going in a different direction when he did. Wait, what album? Oh, the next one had Come Talk to Me.
Actually, you know what? That's the light is on Water for Chocolate, I think.
I was like, ain't the light on one of
I
the
think the light is for Water.
thing?
The light is on
look
Water
that
for
up.
Chocolate. I think the album I think Electric Circus. I gotta pull that up. Then we gotta pull that track list up.
Nah, cause I love the light. That was my song. Woo!
No, I think the light was on Electric Circuit. That album, I was gonna say, cause just like the GZA second album, I threw that out the window. It
But
was
you know what
even mine.
Common says?
What?
We boxed him in, and we wouldn't let him explore.
Common said that.
Yeah, he's like, yo, people boxed me in. They wanted me to do hip hop forever, blah blah blah. But that's what we expected from you. And Andre 3000 did it successfully all the time. We accepted Andre 3000. It's just the way that the way Common did it.
Delivered properly.
He blamed us. He said, man, y'all trying to box me in a box and y'all don't want me to
The
grow.
light is on Water for Chocolate.
Okay, so the other one, the one with the deaf girl in the video, Electric Circus.
I love the Sixth Sense. That was my joint.
Hold on, then what album was I thinking about?
We're talking about Electric Circus, but
No, I'm talking about what was the album I was thinking about? Oh, One Day It Will All Make Sense. There you go. That's the one I was thinking
I
about.
like that album too.
Oh no, we do. We used to bump that all the time.
All right, I'm like, I like that album.
Common got 3 classics.
My bad.
Common got 3 classic albums. All right, so this joint, got
Chop
13
said
tracks.
The remix for The Light Just Blaze did it better than the original. Chop said. I don't think I heard the remix.
And look at this. He got Jill Scott
No,
on
the light
here.
was banging.
He got CeeLo on here, Pharrell, Bilal, Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige. Where the heck we slept on this album?
That was a soulful ass album.
Hell yeah! This is when he's doing all. He's trying to do all that damn.
No,
Yo, I just don't remember that album.
I
dead
told
serious.
you. What did I tell? See, you have to be in a certain. See, I guarantee if you go listen to that album right now, you know who else was like that?
I went back to it years later and still ain't like it.
You know who? Memphis Bleak.
What you gonna say about Memphis Bleak?
When his album first came out, it wasn't received as. But if you go listen to it right now, you'll be like, yo, Memphis Bleak was kind of alright.
Well, what I'm gonna say about Bleak is Bleak never ascended to what he could have been, and I think Bleak was a victim of an era where you had to be all hard and this and that. So he tried to be like, not saying he's not hard, but his rapping should have been way more detailed. He was trying to make hit records instead of just. Bleak could have been what Joe Budden was. when Joe Budden first
I
came
love
out.
Joe Budden when he first came out. Oh, he was my
Joe
favorite.
Budden will have you sitting there in the rain, like just like just listening. Like I used to sit in the truck and just sit there and listen to Joe Budden, like all that damn, like all that suicide music, just like pain music. You sitting there like, yo, this guy really feeling some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying some real shit, but that's a flower
Holy
in the
shoot, you
in
see
the
what time it
freaking.
is?
Yeah,
What time is it?
almost 11 o'clock, bro. Like,
Yeah, we ready to check out. But
Thank y'all for staying so long.
Yeah,
guys.
we
I didn't even know it was almost 11 o'clock.
we went late because we started late. But end of the day, bro. Kenny Block said greatest sidekick ever. What did he say? Memphis Bleak. He said Bleak ain't never got to write another rap in his life.
That's a lie, because Bleak said he just filed for bankruptcy.
No, he didn't.
You go look it up. Not just, but he filed for bankruptcy. Look it up.
I don't believe him.
Look at. I'll wait for you. Go. Hey, look it up, Fliz.
Maybe
Bleak.
something. Maybe he wanted to handle it on his own. He didn't want to bring it to Big Brother. But he repping Jay.
Because that dude had his own label. He was pushing that liquor like it was
Do say.
Yep. For
When
Jay.
I brought Bleak here, we did it Bleak at Simon's, and he came with 2 bottles of Douce.
Yo, where was I at when you bought Bleak?
You had quit. But
Dang,
listen,
why you ain't call me for that?
I brought Memphis Bleak to the Simons. He came in with 2 bottles of Douce. That's the first time I ever tasted Douce. And he said it has to be here. I cannot do a show without Douce. If they get back to Jay, I'm in trouble.
Ding ding.
He put 1 bottle on the bar, and he gave the other bottle. He said that got to be in my VIP area. So Simon got the bottle of Douce from him. We all sipped it. So, but he had Douce everywhere he went.
That stuff is disgusting.
I like Douce. I
There
just
is a
don't buy
bunch
it.
of articles saying we
Told you.
filed for bankruptcy and you know, there's a bunch of articles on him filing sins, like, you know.
I got to read into that. All right, guys, we great check out. I appreciate y'all watching.
Yo, salutes to everybody that came through. Safe travels if you're driving. Thanks for listening.
FlizzMusic.com. Check the new video. What up? And come to some of the shows that's coming up. Got a lot of shows coming up through this summer. Be real busy.
And on that note, next week we'll be back. We will be back on the same bad time, same channel. Everything will be fixed. It will be back on point because this week the computer updated and it kicked everything out, and this is where we are. So I didn't even get to go live on everything else, but here we are. I appreciate y'all. What'd you say, Chot? Marsha Ambrosia singing. I love Marsha Ambrosia. I love that chick. End of the day, man. We here. We'll be back next week. Make sure y'all go check out our individual albums.
Look, Justin, look,
Individual
I'm rocking
work.
your shirt.
Don't Get Emotional podcast. Talking Facts. I just put up the Dave Chappelle. I did a Dave Chappelle episode of Talking Facts on my channel. Go check that out.
And listen to my new single, The Dark Knight. Don't like light.
Oh, Chop want to
Vampires.
talk about the current state of the DJ. That's what we talking about next week.
Okay.
We gonna get y'all DJ game up. We talking about DJs next week. 8 o'clock next Wednesday. We talking about DJs. All right, Chop. I appreciate you. I'm gonna see y'all on the flip side.